There's an updated version of Filmora, which is Filmora 12.3.6. There's new features that relates to color and color grading. Let's check them out and see how it can enhance your video creation. Wondershare Filmora released some new effects that affects how you can control the colors better, how you can create some masks on effects, and some ability to control light intensity as well. So let's take a look at where these effects are and how you use them. Now I've actually downloaded this clip of scenery, and let's see how we can use the color to enhance this shot. To do so, double click on this, and now usually you will open up in your video, but if you head on over to your color, now you have your basic, you have your hue, saturation, luminance, you have your curves, and now you have these color views. My color views are arranged in this position. However, if you shrink the window down, then it will turn out something like this. I prefer to see my image bigger, and these color views I can easily just scroll down. Now the difference between color wheels and curves is that with curves you can control individual colors, like for example say between green and purple or magenta, you can have a greener scenery, or you can have something more magenta this way. Let's reset this. However, with color wheels, you set them slightly different in the sense that now you get to control your highlights. These are the highlights, the bright parts, the midtones, as well as the shadows. If you want to have something more dramatic, you can create something like this. Let's say you want to turn your highlights a little bit more bluish. Now here's the brightness. For example, if you want to reduce the brightness of your highlights, it's over here. And then for the midtones, you can control it as well. So let's turn it a little bit more blue, and you can go for something greenish for the shadows. Okay, and let's turn this down as well. Okay, so your scene looks quite different. Now Filmora has this side-by-side view. If you click on this button, it kind of look a little bit small. To me, I would just rather turn off this effect here so that you can compare straight away. So you can fine-tune the colors that you want. You can still go to curves to adjust the colors by creating, say, an S curve, which increases the contrast if you want to do that. So this works in conjunction with one another. Okay, so this is how you use color views. And if you want to save it as a custom, you can save it as well. So let's just say alright. So this is the first way you use your color wheels. Now within color as well, you can head on over to the basic and you can adjust the sharpness. Alright, so now you have this sharpen effect if you want to use it. For example, if you want to see the mountains over here or the details a bit more sharpened, you can just increase it. When it comes to color, things like this, I suggest that you don't go crazy, right? Otherwise, it doesn't look natural anymore. Again, it depends on what kind of look they are going after. Okay, so something like this looks good, and again, I prefer to adjust, compare it before and after. Okay, so if you really want to see the effect in full strength, you can see, especially the further part here is softer. Whereas if you turn it on, it becomes really sharp at this kind of detail. Now next, let's try this with a LUT or LUT, lookup table. It's also a very warm scene. Looks very nice and sharp. You can see that it's probably shot with a high quality drone. So let's do something and go to effects. I'm going to show you how you can have an effect and mask it. Okay, just go to effects and I'm going to filter and LUT, select the LUT. Now what I want is to create a scene that's a little bit more cooler, and let's look for the cool film effect. Okay, if you're not sure, you can just search for it. Okay, and I'm going to place it on top here, stretch it over here, and you have a cool film effect. Alright, now you can see now that the whole entire scene now is changed. Alright, if I remove the effect, it's very warm and bright. What if I just want this part of the sky to be darker? So to do so, we're going to use the effect mask, and you click on the effect, and you can see right beside here there is an add effect mask. Okay, so select this. You can have rectangle, circle, and custom. We're going to do with custom, and I'm going to draw a mask over this area here. And I'm going to adjust this further. You can go to the points and adjust it so that the mask is cover every part. Okay. And of course you can also move the entire mask as well. Right? So something like this. So what does this effect look like? Alright, let's turn down the opacity a bit. You do not want it to be too strong. Let's click on this. Let's click on the effect. Go to the mask. And you see this effect, this is without. You can see all the nice warm colors, and here the sky is a little bit darker, right? And if you want to have it stronger, you can turn this opacity, turn up. Of course, you can also invert the mask, right? So now it looks different. This is also a very nice look because it looks as if that the sun is just rising above the horizon and everything else is dark. So if I were to do something like this, I would rather turn the opacity down and not to have too strong an effect. Okay, so this is the before, this is the after. Looks very nice and interesting. And of course, with this mask as well, you can have keyframes, so you can adjust your blur strength, your opacity. Okay, let's create like a fake sunrise effect. Okay, so I have a keyframe here, and I'm going to place my playhead further there, and I'm going to reduce the opacity, reduce the effect of this cool mask. Remember, this is inverted. Okay, so this part has been darkened by the cool film effect, and as we play it, beside that, you also have this strength as well. So now if you do your LUT over here using the basic section of this color tab, you will apply the film effect on the entire frame. Alright, I hope that this video has helped you. If you found it useful, do give it a thumbs up. There are links in the description below where I have all the links to the sample videos that I have used, and you can also use them to practice your video. Until the next time, this is James. Bye bye.